AAA developers act like creating attractive female characters is illegal in this industry, and over the past couple of days, we've been talking a lot about character designs that we saw highlighted at Gamescom. We saw Black Ops 7 get raked across the coals for its awful looking females. The Outer Worlds 2 looks like it has another cringe squad similar to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And now posts are being removed and also silenced on the WoW subreddit, where people are simply redesigning characters in just a couple of minutes because apparently this is very triggering to the Snowflake mods. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I feel like Activision Blizzard doesn't really know what WoW fans want anymore. I just feel like the love for it isn't as intense as it once was, and maybe that's just a symptom of the direction Activision Blizzard has gone in general. For me, I really don't like the fact that they turn portraits of their women into bowls of fruit, but I don't think that it's so offensive that people redesign characters. I, like many other gamers out there, love to see attractive characters, whether they are very sexy feminine women or hunky masculine men. Sex appeal is not a bad thing because sexy sells, and maybe developers should relearn that and they'd be making a boatload of money again. But doing very quick redesigns of characters isn't offensive at all whatsoever to me and most normal people out there, but apparently it is to the WoW subreddit mods because the person who had fixed Leodrin's face had their post removed from the WoW subreddit, and it was actually put back up, but then they locked the comments claiming that there was just too much hatred surrounding this situation. So if you don't know, at Gamescom they had showed off World of Warcraft Midnight. It wasn't a bad trailer, it just was another CGI fest. It was supposed to get you really hyped. I personally like seeing gameplay at game events because I'm buying a video game and not a movie, but they want to withhold lots of details about this until it's closer to release, which I guess I do kind of understand. I'm not saying that the cinematic was bad by any stretch of the means. I'm just looking to buy a video game, but this wasn't received extremely positively. Checking out the IGN upload of this official opening cinematic trailer, it's got 219,000 views to 4.1k likes and 8.4k dislikes, and I'd say the general reception is the NPCs seem to have this situation handled. I don't know what they need me for. People think that these are girl bosses left, right, and center. And then, of course, there are this feels like a Raid Shadows Legends trailer comments, which I think are so funny. Did you guys know Pirate Software worked for Blizzard for 7 years? Remember when WoW cinematics used to make you feel something? Yeah, me too. Now go watch the Battle for Azeroth cinematic. Whew, what an amazing one. After watching this, I need to go rewatch WOD trailer to remember the good old days. Remember the Blood Elf from the Burning Crusade cinematic? Me too. The trailer where absolutely nothing happened. So yeah, that's not very positive, but people took to the subreddit to discuss this. Here's one of the many posts. Midnight Reveal has been the worst expansion reveal ever for WoW. I'm not talking about the cinematic. I liked it. Many others had issues. That's fine. But I have found the reveal seriously lacking. A 2.5-minute gameplay reveal, then we get a dev panel 2 days later, which isn't even streamed. VOD promised to be available after. As of writing this, it isn't. Another dev panel Saturday, which again won't be streamed live. I would have preferred a simple stream over whatever mess this is, which I agree. You really need to give people all of the information possible at once, maybe in one 20 or 30-minute YouTube upload or in one live stream that can be re-uploaded. I feel like forcing people to kind of chase the fish line for the information, hoping you'll hook them, isn't particularly the best marketing strategy. Maybe it's just me. But over on the subreddit, of course, people were talking about Leodrin's face and how ugly she truly is. Now, this is a once gorgeous character, right? I mean, she looked beautiful. World of Warcraft has in the past created some absolutely beautiful looking females with badass armor, great body proportions, and it's of course modern day Blizzard. So you can't expect them to actually want to make characters that their player base are going to find appealing. She definitely looks much more masculinized now compared to how she previously looked, but this 3-minute fix is fantastic. This 3-minute fix is all people were really asking for, but this apparently is so offensive that now this post is locked down, new comments cannot be posted, and the mod had said, okay, this thread stays up because it's the OG edit, and as a rule, we allow criticism, but then you're going on to silence criticism because they're saying the comment section has turned into a lot of very hateful comments and slap fights. Y'all can't behave, so this thread gets locked. What does it matter if a bunch of adults want to sit here and debate on whether they think a character is attractive or not? Who is this hateful to? Are you really sitting here saying that, oh my god, there's so much toxicity, this is so bad and so offensive, we have to lock it down? I know Mark Kern had posted hateful to who? A fictional character? A piece of artwork? Yeah, like you're really not hurting anyone's feelings. And ultimately, as I always say, if someone is bothering you on social media, you can just block them, you can report them, you can mute them, or you could just shut your computer or phone off, go and actually play a game if that's what you want to do. But otherwise, people should be able to discuss a situation like this, especially when it's about one of the largest studios within this industry. And gamers are voicing how unhappy they are with this design and just the state of WoW in general. No sane human is going to look at this and think that it's a woman. I do think that she looks like a woman in a way. It's just a very masculinized, ugly woman. In case it isn't obvious, it's normalizing ugliness and deconstructing conventional beauty by making women look more manly, so the troons are included. Yes, Mark, hateful to fiction, because the rainbow cult can't tolerate what is real, let alone what isn't real. They wish they were in complete control over your every decision. They simply will never stop. They are doing it on purpose. They are doing it out of hate. They do not care if they lose money because it's someone else's money, and they just get hired somewhere else by ideological allies, which, yes, is a very big problem. We are seeing a lot of the activists in the industry work on a project. That project is slop. They get fired, or ultimately, right, the team is disbanded because the project is over. But then there are so many other ideological allies in other companies. They get hired very quickly. Like, look at the people that worked on Concord. Look at the people that worked on Kill the Justice League. Look at the people that are working on all of these modern games like Veilguard. Those people, in my opinion, have not proven that they're actually good enough to work in this industry. So we should be therefore kicking them out and hiring people who might actually be decent. We should be giving people a chance, or we should just be hiring vets, because it's always better to have a team of 50 veterans than 500 activist juniors, and that will always be my stance, and that is the stance of a lot of people at this point as well. But this is just another female character who has been masculinized to hell and back, and gamers are not happy. But instead of allowing discussion over on the WoW subreddit, now moderators are locking it down, saying that, oh, your hateful comments are not allowed here, and basically you're just not allowed to criticize the way that these characters look. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, make sure to give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.